So you see him kind of like put his hands together and this spell begin to manifest and like turns towards the direction in which you are and shoots this torrent of flame as you shadow step from one side of the room to the other.
And then I just call it like, whoa, 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 slow down there, slow down. It's me.
Orlo, Emmerin, you guys are standing out front in this hallway. You see that they kind of, they finished up the ritual. You see them kind of like approaching the wellspring and like looking up and down. Is there anything that you guys want to do at this juncture, or are you just kind of hanging out talking? Like, what were you guys doing for these 2 hours other than obviously just keeping an eye out?
The way I see it is that Orlo walked out, and I was like, I'll go help the big lug. And Emmerin walked out, watched Orlo walk into the shadows and just fucking disappear. Well, that was fucking cool.
I know, wasn't it?
Do you want me to do it again?
He's now behind you.
Another personal kid. And I'll just like, I guess I'll take up residence in some of the shadows myself and just try to keep an eye of anybody coming. And if it looks like there's more church folks coming, there's going to be an arrow in their face.
So nobody does come down. And again, like I said, you notice that the ritual is completed, and you see them kind of like, you see Laia and Roland kind of taking a look, and they like approach things. They're like looking up and down. You can see them kind of like inspecting something. Do you guys just want to stay out here until they come to you, or do you want to go to them?
I'm gonna stay watch. I still
we'll
don't
keep watch.
Okay.
trust.
Laia,
I'm
are
with
you
you, I
just
don't
going to leave Sir Roland behind, or Sir Roland, are you going to walk with Laia to the front? What's the...
Roland's going to tell Laia, you should go get Gillar. I'll stay here. And he's going to stand in front of the wellspring, in between the door and the wellspring, with his sword out, kind of standing there like kind of leaning on the point of his sword. He looks like a Dark Souls mini boss.
Gotcha. So Laia, are you going to just leave him there and walk out, or?
Yeah, I'll walk out and kind of like look around. Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Oh, there you are. We need to go get Gillar. The ritual's done, and everything seems fine. Except and I'll just like explain it to him as I start walking to go to. I guess I'll go to Gillar's office and see if I can find him there.
Okay. Are you, all three of you going to go? Is one of you going to stay? What's the...
So how are you going to split the party?
Quickly.
I mean,
Without
considering I
mercy.
can't be seen in the shadows, period, for the most part, I think I'm going to stay behind and stand guard outside the door with Roland
Do you know what happens
inside
every
for the
time
show.
Laia and I take off together?
Listen,
Something
sometimes we
awesome.
we want the
Hilarious.
shenanigans.
I cast spells on him.
Every time.
It was one time.
You tried twice.
Yeah, but it only worked once.
Yeah, but you tried twice. It's like, yeah, I know I pulled the trigger against your head twice, but it only went off once. But, you know.
Did you die, though?
Did you die, though?
So Laia
Yeah, we'll go together. That's
and
fine.
Emmerin, you head to Gillar's office. Roland and Orlo stay behind. Laia and Emmerin, you guys have already been up here once. And you pop into Gillar's office. And the man sitting at the desk just looks at you and goes, no.
Look,
Oh, he missed us.
it's actually an emergency. We really need to see him.
Um, you say it's an emergency, and he goes, "Oh," and you see him kind of shuffle under the desk for a second, and he pulls out this huge, like it's a very large, thick scroll, and he unravels it on the desk in front of him, and he goes, "Okay, if you had to describe this emergency, is it one, life-threatening, two,
Life-threatening.
okay, and then you see him,
Emmerin
like,
walks past him again.
he doesn't notice. He's looking through, and he looks through. Like,
Just gonna
you
go
see him,
straight
like,
through the door.
pulling open the scroll a little bit more, and he goes, "Okay, life-threatening. Okay, so it's life-threatening. Is it A?
I'm gonna have the
Um,
door halfway open and just look at Laya and go like,
So, I'm just gonna try to keep his attention on me so that Emmerin can go.
I don't think
see
he's
if
gonna
in there and talk.
notice.
If when I don't
All right.
respond, he'll notice.
Okay, all right, fine. I'll head in then if he doesn't notice.
So I'll be like, "Sir, you don't understand. Someone is trying to kill Gillar."
That's and he kind of, like, you see him, like, scrolling it out more, and he's like, "I don't have and you see him, like,
On the list.
so Emmerin, as he's doing this, you kind of sneak through the door. I mean, sneak is a strong word. He has no idea that you even exist at this point. But you open up the door and you walk through, and in the middle of the room is at least your perception of what is Gillar.
That could not have been more ominously stated by a dungeon master. Thank you very much.
Well,
You can
it could be a
try.
clone.
yeah, at this point you understand that there has been at least one simulacrum already, so it's potentially
Gotcha.
not him, but
Fair enough. Okay, so walk in. I'm just gonna like knock on a table and like get his attention.
you see him, like, startle a little bit and, like, turns towards you and looks, and he goes, yes, how and you see him, like, kind of, like, rub the corner of his eye a little bit.
You get a sense of what he was doing before I startled him?
Give me a perception check.
Big dice or little dice?
Little dice.
Little dice. Okay. No.
Yeah,
11.
He was doing something magical. You're sure of it. He's a mage, right? That's what they do.
They do magical shit. Cool. Is there any food in the room?
Yeah, there's, like, some of the plants are native plants that grow, like, berries and things like that. But there's also, like, some fruit very nicely, like, placed on a table.
Okay, cool. So he'll go by and like grab a piece of fruit that he can like eat, like an apple or something like that, and like look at it. And so we're downstairs, and how many simulacra do you have? And he'll take a bite.
I don't.
Give me the number.
I don't see how that's any of your business.
Give me a ballpark.
Somewhere between
Okay, to
1
the point.
and 1,000.
Okay, well, you've got somewhere between 0 and 999 now.
Oh, what happened?
Well,
Was it another horse accident again?
no, I want to hear about that. Trust me, but I think I probably should continue on. He'll take
Tab
another
out
bite
neck.
take a bite of take a bite of the apple, and he's gonna sit down and like kick his feet up on the table and go. So we went down to the wellspring as you had requested, and
you see him, like, he uses a small, like, cantrip to, like, gust your feet off of the table, and you, like, turn a little slightly to the side so they fall off.
so he clips back down and he just like puts his hands on his lap and takes another bite of the apple and goes. We went down to the wellspring like you asked, and apparently in the room were
Like, who asked? I asked.
like you
Right, certainly. Yes, no, absolutely. I remember that, yes.
like one of you asked, and well, there was some people there that probably shouldn't have been. At least by the look on your simulacra's face. It met with a very quick demise, not from us. It was a member of the church actually who was down there, and we managed to dispatch of him. And I just like to know how you feel about that.
Which church? Right. Understood.
Just do exactly that. Slow blink at him.
Where exactly? Do you have proof of this? I assume.
The corpses are still down there if you want to go have a look at them.
Where's there?
The wellspring.
Understood. Meet me there in just a few
Is this
minutes.
Octavia? No, it's not like Octavia in an illusion kind of thing. No.
This is just a very confused individual that has literally zero idea what you're talking about.
Very good. And well, I guess just to top it all off, we completed the purification ritual of the wellspring, and we got this really neat looking little crystal.
Which what?
Oh my, we've got to go right back to the beginning with you, don't we?
So here's the interesting thing about Simulacrum and their counterparts is that the information isn't transferable. We each, by proxy, live our own individual lives and therefore don't know what each other is doing unless it is directly communicated.
So in your mind, we've never met.
I have absolutely no idea who you are now.
Gather as many as your simulacra as you can, and come downstairs. Trust me, it's going to be pretty important.
I'll do you one better, and I will meet you down there momentarily. Laya, you're still up front with this gentleman who's like frantically running you through the dialogue list of options of a phone conversation. As you see Emmerin kind of walk back out the door.
I got him.
Thank you so much. This was very helpful. Thank you.
But what if I still have at least one more.
I'm gonna get down right next to him. I'm gonna put my arm over his shoulder and get right down right next to his face, and then I'm gonna look him right in the eye. I guess this way. And then I'm gonna walk on.
So you guys head back downstairs. Sir Roland and Orlo. Sir Roland, I have a sneaking suspicion that there is more to staying around than just the want to be a good person.
So Roland's thinking about it. I don't know if he's got the water skin full of the magic water. And I don't think, I mean, he's definitely feeling the itch, he's thinking that if he went over and he put his hand in the water, or God forbid drank some, that he may be imbued with the power necessary to rid the world of all evil. But on the other hand, the last time he touched even a single drop, he immediately passed out. So he's kind of keeping his cool, especially since he kind of knows that Orlo's around. So he's really just standing there. He's attempting to look like he's not bothered by standing near the wall.
Okay. Orlo, go ahead and make a perception check for me, please.
Oh, cool, dude. That's great.
Love that shit.
That's a 10.
Okay, and also make a stealth check with advantage, please.
21 on the stealth check.
Fair enough.
And yeah, the other one was what, a 10? Did I say
10? Yeah.
Yeah, perception was
Okay.
10.
So you are just kind of sitting back in the shadows, and you keep looking back and forth. You look back towards Sir Roland. You look towards the elevator, just checking the hallway. You turn to look towards Sir Roland, and he's standing there. It doesn't look like he's moved in 5-10 minutes. And you just like sit there and stare at him, and you're like, that's interesting. I wonder how he does that. And as you turn back around, you feel this like whoosh of air. And you like snap your head back around, and there's just Gillar or Gillar adjacent standing directly in the middle of the floor. Not on the elevator, but in the room. And he does not see you, but he is no more than 5 feet away from you.
Booga booga booga.
What would Orlo do?
That's a terrifying question.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Orlo would just call out and be like, "Oh, Gillar, you're finally here."
I don't know if you have ever seen a jumpy wizard get startled, but this man literally teleports into this room, hears a voice basically in his face, and just immediately turns and shoots a torrent of flame out of his hands in your direction, Orlo.
Can I shadow step away?
So first of all, go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw with advantage, because he can't see you.
I can now.
25 saving throw.
So you see him kind of like put his hands together, and this spell begin to manifest, and like turns towards the direction in which you are and shoots this torrent of flame as you shadow step from one side of the room to the other.
And then I just call it like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Slow down there! Slow down! It's me! It's me!"
Roland sees Gillar teleport in and then immediately starts shooting flames. So he starts like walking with purpose toward Gillar, like the Terminator. He's like, "Oh, today's the day."
And Orlo looks over his shoulder to see, like, to check on Roland after seeing this happen, and like sees him, and like finally just like steps out of the shadows, and like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 guys, calm down, calm down."
And you
I'm
see,
calm.
I'm
calm.
Why would I be calm? You see Gillar like raise his hand, and like you see this just massive light like fill the whole room, and he sees Sir Roland approaching, and he finally sees you, Orlo, and then Emmerin and Laia, you teleport in on the elevator behind him, and he's like, "Who are you? What are you doing near my wellspring, and why are you all around me?"
We met you when we came in.
It's all right, Orlo. The adults are talking now.
Wait, are we back with him, or are we still?
Yes, the two of you are also up here at the same roughly time.
Gotcha.
Don't worry, Gillar. They're with us.
What do you mean they're with us? Of course he knows we're with you. We spent all day walking around this whole wretched place with you.
Remember that natural 20 you rolled earlier? Well, from that, you should remember that Simulacra don't remember all the things that the other Simulacra do. So, in fact, this Gillar has never met us.
Why wouldn't this... Okay. All right.
It's wizard... Yeah. We look, I'll let you go off on the wizard nonsense later. It's all right. This Venus.
I've already made my feelings clear on both of those. Roland sheathes his sword. Might be a double entendre. Boys.
I was gonna say.
Orlo, just hearing this, kind of like it breaks his brain a little bit, and he kind of like just short circuits for a second as the conversation continues.
What are you doing here? And who are you? If somebody doesn't answer my questions immediately, it is going to be a bad day.
All right, it's already been a bit of a bad day. Anyway, come on. So we'll bring him in. We'll explain to him exactly everything that we explained to the first Gillar. Tell him, okay, well, this is what he told us about the Church of the Eternal Reign. He told us that you don't totally trust them. So you asked us to come down here. There were all these hooded figures. One of them clubbed your simulacra on the head. We then killed them, dispatched them. See, look, they're dead and dying right over here. That guy might still be in the web over there. I can't remember if we dumped him outside or not, but I think we did. And
As you're explaining this, Emmerin, go ahead and give me a quick perception check, if you would.
we're gonna go with big dice this time because you made a bad call. Natural 20.
That's right. The biggest
Um,
die of all.
As you mention his simulacrum, you see him kind of like furrow his brow a little bit, and like he gets sad isn't the right word, but you can see that he is a person who doesn't show emotion, feeling emotion outwardly, and you hear him say under his breath, he goes, "Oh, 372. Oh, that's disappointing."
Oh, 373. That's a lot. And honestly, that's a lot of money.
I mean, he is the archmage of an entire city.
38,000 gold or something like that.
But he listens to all of this, and he's processing it, and he's looking at all of the people and all the bodies, and inspecting the amulets and the armor and things, and he sits down for a moment and just is processing this information. And he sees the crystal that you had mentioned as well, and you can see him start piecing together the information, and it's relatively quickly. He's a very intelligent person, especially for a human, and But he goes, "So this ritual, what was the purpose? What is it that you were trying to accomplish here?"
It's a cleansing and binding ritual that essentially won't allow whatever it is that has been draining power from the well springs to continue to do so.
Interesting.
So, when we completed the ritual, we uncovered this thing, and Roland points to the crystal. And we figure it's taking the power from the wellspring and sending it elsewhere. Where that is, we don't know. And you, being a powerful mage, may be able to tell us.
My personal guess would be the Church of Eternal Reign.
Well, just judging by the context of what you've told me here and the amount of bodies laying around, I don't believe that it takes a powerful wizard to discern that.
No, but what entity the church served?
That is a question I don't have the answer to. I don't understand what its purposes are here, or why it has been ostensibly siphoning magic from us for who knows how long now, or for what purposes it's using it.
Hold up a minute. When we met your previous incarnation, he mentioned that there was a deal with the Church of the Eternal Reign and that you were partners in this.
Yes, but what I am saying is that this was not part of our deal.
Well, it's settled then. Lyle, would you like to do the honor? And he gestures to the crystal.
Can I smash it? And I'll like kind of look at Gillar.
He takes a look at you and he looks at you and looks at it and goes, "Give me one moment." And you see him kind of start to wave his hands a little bit. He's focusing his energy on the crystals. And he does that for just a moment and then looks at you and goes, "Feel free."
Can I tell if he's saying feel free because he thinks it's gonna like hurt me or do something funny to me? Or
Go ahead and roll either insight or perception.
16.
He's not seemingly trying to hide anything. He seems like he got or gleaned whatever information he was looking for out of it and is fine with you doing as you will.
Okay. Then I'll walk up to it and take Blackthorn and just kind of try to slice through the middle of it.
Okay.
Explodes. You all take 350 damage.
He's rolling a lot of dice right now.
Rocks fall. Everyone lives.
A dragon appears and gives you his hoard of gold.
So, Laya, you take Blackthorn, which has been magically enhanced by the wellspring itself, and stab it into the center of this large crystal. As you feel the tip of Blackthorn pierce, you see this crack start to form and break and shatter. This spider web of lines throughout the entirety of this long crystal. And after a second, you see that a light starts to shine through where some of those cracks are, and more it increases and expands and grows larger. And the entire room fills with this blinding, bright light as it shatters and falls. And as it does, you see the stars of the celestial ocean above you, in this deep, roiling pit of void below you, as everything around you kind of vanishes, and all that is there is just this clear plane of you just standing, and just what is above and below you. And you see, as you're looking through this, you kind of snap back into what is reality. And you can see that Gillar is standing there with his arms outstretched towards this crystal with a ball of energy, prismatic and shining around this crystal, as he is trying to forcibly contain whatever has just happened. Is there anything that you guys want to try to do right now, or try to understand more?
We kind of get a sense of what the celestial ocean is. What's the bottom void?
Emmerin, you definitely would have at least heard of what this is. This is something that has been rumored or talked about for a very long period of time, and it's something that nobody has ever confirmed for you or told you that it definitely does. But this is something, like I said, you've heard since you were a child, don't do bad things or you'll get set down to the pit or something of that nature. Like those types of like analogies and adjacencies of something like this. You have never seen or heard of anybody that has seen something like this before. You've heard of people that have talked about the celestial ocean and what that is.
Heck, we've been there.
You have been there, but this is never anything that anybody's ever confirmed for you. But this pit of darkness and void was supposedly where creatures and monsters that used to roam this earth long before people were sent and banished to and kept locked deep within the earth to keep people safe from their reign and their madness and their destruction.
Does it have a name?
You've heard it called a bunch of different things. The name that is most commonly or predominantly referred to is the Abyssal Deeps. Anything else? Anything else you guys want to know or are curious about?
Is there anything that is known from Emmerin's perspective in terms of the relationship between the two, like the Celestial Ocean and the Abyss?
From your understanding and from what you have learned more semi-recently from Alvram and Soreth, is that while the Dragon Mother birthed her children, there was a period of time in which monsters and giants and other creatures grew within the earth and reigned over that area while she slept and kept her children safe. And upon them growing and leaving and getting to actually a point of being able to handle their powers, they banished these creatures to both the Celestial Ocean and the Abyssal Deeps to keep them separated and to also keep them away from what they had been, what the dragons and the Dragon Mother had created herself. But you see Gillar harnessing this energy and this massive ball that you can see inside is growing and expanding, and he is trying to compress and manifest it into something manageable. And you know that, I mean, Laia, you yourself wield magic. Sir Roland, Emmerin, Orlo, you've all seen magic. But this is something that is mind-numbingly impressive, because you know what kind of power this man wields at this juncture. His mastery over the arcane. And you can see him even... Sir Roland, this is probably even interesting to you, especially. You can see him drawing directly from this wellspring, trying to allow himself to handle what he is dealing with, trying to harness this energy and cause it to not kill everybody. But he spends what seems like hours to you, which is only a matter of a few seconds, taking this power, condensing it into something very small, but a gem that is like almost a sunburst gem that has just this massive spot in the center, and is crystallized into this, and it falls and clatters to the ground in front of him as he kind of like drops to a knee and is out of breath and just kind of trying to find himself in the moment. And he kind of looks up at the group of you and goes, I don't even remotely understand what that was. But the amount of power that it was taking and sending to someone is immense, and it must be being used for something absolutely incredible.
Well, I think it's time you have a couple of stern conversations with your diplomatic parts over in Brackercorn.
Or, and hear me out, we burn the whole fucker to the ground.
I understand the sentiment, and I am not currently out of being persuaded towards it, but there are plenty of good people that live there that are taken advantage of, manipulated.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I know, I'm from Brackercord myself. I understand that. I meant the church.
All right, I'm in.
Yes!
And that is where we will end this session.